talking about the Darksaber, did it sound different depending on who was using it? Like, was there a different tone to the Darksaber, a different sound, like when Bo-Katan was using it, or versus like Din Djarin, because it's easy for one person and not for the other?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. There was some difference, in terms of the weight of it. The Darksaber sound itself was David Acord, and that was made for Clone Wars. And so when you're working on Star Wars or Star Trek, any sort of established story with established famous sounds, you're trying to, part of a sound designer's job is you're actually curating a whole history of sound experiences that people have had with these stories. And it was really important. I'm continuing Mandalorian after season 1 and season 2 already established it. And I'm never going to break that continuity unless there's a story beat where I can add something to it, like Din not being able to wield it and it's heavy, but the core of the thing is the same. Like you want it to resonate, no pun intended, as a story, as a MacGuffin with audiences that are fans of Clone Wars and Mandalorian. But yeah, you want it to feel heavy when one person has it. And, a lot of what I do is just reacting to how it's cut too. I work with the editors in the picture department and Favreau and I'm kind of reacting to the speed of the thing, the rhythm of the thing, just like editing, it's a temporal art. And so it's going to have its own rhythm. And so it's going to feel heavier and sludgier the way it's cut with Din than it is with Bo-Katan. And just reacting to that, it sounds differently. But the core of the thing is the same. It just really depends on how we treat it. And there's an army of really talented people that work on this stuff, mixers and editors and, and then working, kind of in between the dialogue and the music and really making sure that the track is complementary to those elements as well. And, your ear can really, to quote Walter Murch, can really only focus on maybe 2.5 things at once. And one of them is the focus. So who carries the melody? Is it the sound effects? Is it the French horns swelling in the music? Or is it a line of dialogue, And putting all that into a seamless track is, I think, the art. Yes, it's technical, but really, there are multiple types of people who are creative. Some just, focus on one thing. And, you can spend a lifetime focusing on that one thing, like being an editor. And then there are others like directors. This is required of directors, where you have to know a little bit about everything, and all of the different arts, that go into making TV or movies. And I definitely feel, and I know Sam is this way too, that, we kind of dabble in a lot of those different things. And for me, the way my brain works, it just kind of informs the sound design work, because you're thinking about the actors' performances, you're thinking about the music, and you're thinking about the rhythm of the editor's cut. And all of those things, I think, inform a sound, even when it is the same sound, like the Darksaber over multiple seasons.